Hello, English language arts teachers. This is the first in a series of videos, I'm not sure how many, that sort of going to give us some background before we sit down and rewrite curriculum. So as you know, the Ohio Department of Education just redid your English language standards. I think they adopted them last February. And this is just a quick little introduction to the following. Here is your learning target. I can explain how the new ELA standards are organized by strands and topics. So in this short video, this is the only thing you need to concentrate on. Hey, be able to explain how the new ELA standards are organized by strands and topics. Okay? So the strands are the big picture. Okay? The strands in English language arts are divided up into 4. And the first strand is the reading strand, the second strand is the writing strand, the third is the speaking and listening strand, and then finally the fourth one is the language strand. Okay, so that's the big picture. Reading, writing, speaking and listening, and language, the big strands. Then you can think about them as subcategories. Each of these strands are divided up into topics. Okay, there's reading topics, writing topics, speaking and listening topics, and language strand topics. Okay, I am going to start with the writing strand topics and the speaking and listening and language, and then do the reading last because it's a little bit different, as you may be aware. Okay. So first of all, the writing strand topics. There are 4 topics under this strand. Text types and purposes, production and distribution of writing, research to build and present knowledge, and range of writing. You're not memorizing this stuff. It's just like the learning target said, you just want to be able to explain the structure of this, okay? So don't get too hung up on this. You'll have this at your disposal when you write the curriculum, okay? So the second strand we're going to speak about is speaking and listening strand topics. There's only 2 of them, thank God. Comprehension and collaboration, and presentation of knowledge and ideas. So once again, the big topic, the strand, is speaking and listening, and has 2 topics underneath it, okay? Third, the language strand, it has 3 topics: conventions of standard English, knowledge of language, and vocabulary acquisition and use. Language is the big strand. Here are the topics, the 3 topics in there. And then finally, I told you that the reading strand was a little bit different because, as I'm sure you know, it's sort of divided into 2. There are the reading strand topics in literature, then the reading strand topics in informational text. I don't know how that happened. And here's what's kind of cool to keep it a little bit simpler, is the topics are the same for each of them. So there's key ideas and details, craft and structure, integration of knowledge and ideas, and range of reading and text complexity. So that is the literature strand right there, and here's the informational text strand, and once again they have the same 4 topics in them, so that's not too bad. So just to repeat here, the new learning standards are broken into 4 big strands: reading, writing, speaking and listening, and language. And then we can look at it a different way here. We can look at the topics. For one, here's the reading strand. It's broken into 2 sections, the literature section and the informational text section, but the topics are the same underneath them, and we can ignore this foundational skills, so just pretend it doesn't even exist. And then the writing strand is divided into topics. I don't know if it's 3. I think, yeah, don't worry about if these are correct, how many topics there are underneath it, okay? And then speaking and listening, once again, divided into topics, and then the language strand also divided into topics. And in the next little video tutorial, we're going to go down to this section here and see how the topics are then divided into standard statements. Okay, so that's it for this first one, guys. Once again, The learning target is I can explain how the new ELA standards are organized by strands and topics. Strands are the big ideas, and underneath them, the subcategories, so to speak, are the topics, and then we'll break it down further in the next video into the standard statements, okay? Hey guys, I'm out of here.